Hi, I'm here with a fellow programmer, David.
And we're going to figure out how much I spend on coffee every week.
Okay, so this is the activity we did in class, and we had to set up a couple variables. So we've got three variables here: single cup of coffee cost, which is $2.25. That's nothing snazzy, no lattes or whatever. Your weekly cost and your yearly cost. So how do we calculate the weekly cost, David?
Well, it looks like you took the cost of each one and multiplied by 7 days, so I'm getting one every day.
And what about yearly cost?
Same idea, but now take the weekly and do 52 weeks.
Right, so let's go ahead and run it and see what we get. All right, so we've got the cup of coffee cost and then a week of coffee cost.
Almost 16 bucks.
And a year of coffee cost.
I'm spending 820 bucks on coffee?
Yeah, you better be making it at home, huh? All right, so let's see what else we covered in class with this example. Because we know that there are always 7 days in a week, it's a perfect choice for making a constant. And the way you make constants in Java is putting the final modifier on the front. And so both of these days in the week and weeks in a year will be constants because they don't change. Let's talk about one other thing. What is double and what is int? What are those, David? Those are
Well, the top three they're all floating point, and the double tells you want the biggest format, the widest format of floating point.
You want the most precision number, right? So these are Java data types. Remember your task when you're defining a variable is you have to decide on the variable name, and it's nice to have it be self-documenting so somebody doesn't have to guess what you're thinking, and then you have to pick a data type. So if we pick double, which is one of the floating point data types, we know we want our number to be able to store what?
Floating point values.
Or what are floating point values? Numbers that have
got extra digits past the decimal point.
Yeah, numbers that have a fractional component. They have a decimal component, right? Rather than this data type, which is
fixed, like you see written here, just a 7 or 52.
It's a whole number. Integers are whole numbers.
So I got a question about the double is the biggest and most accurate format.
Correct.
Do we really need that for calculating coffee?
No, but in this class, there are two floating point data types in Java, float and double, and we decided that we're just going to use the most common. We're not worried about memory management, and so we're just going to use double. So you'll see our floating point numbers. We use double. Same thing with int. We could have used one of the other integer data types, such as short or byte, because we know we only got the number 7. But we're just keeping it simple, keeping it uniform so that when you see each week's code, it looks the same. All right, let's run it one more time. Sounds good. And any questions, David?
Yeah, let's run that one more time. Why don't we have it written in normal form?
What do you mean normal form?
We'll run it again. Let's look at the result that was shown. I mean, they all look the way I'd expect them, except for the last one. It shows $819.0. I really kind of want it in dollars and cents. So what's missing here?
Okay, these numbers, 2.25, there actually is a 100th number that you're storing. You're storing 2 tenths and 5 100ths. Same thing here. But in 819 for the year of coffee, it really is just, there's no significant digit here in the hundredths.
So if I wanted to make it look correctly, is there a way to do that in the future?
Yes, there is, and that's going to be formatting. We'll be using some Java classes to do that, and we'll hit that in Chapter 3, so hold on. Anything else? Let's talk about, what does this mean?
Oh, it's a comment.
Comment. What about comments? What do you know about comments in programming languages, Java included?
They're just for us. Documentation, incredibly important to know what's going on because you won't remember when you come back, but the compilers ignore them.
Correct. All right. Hope that clears up any questions you had on this, and we'll see you in class.